When you start working with 3D pen, you will realize that sometimes you need to slow down or even do nothing at all. And sometimes you must work as fast as you possibly can. So how do you know when? Most of the time you will want to work at speed that is the most comfortable for the project you are working on. Most pens have some speed adjusting button. This one has a convenient slider from 0 to fast. You will want to go as fast as possible when you are filling in larger areas, and perhaps at half speed when you are doing something that is fussier and more difficult. Watch out so you don't accidentally bump the slider all the way to 0, because then the pen will stop working and you may think it's broken. Don't be in too much of a hurry to withdraw your pen once you finish the line. Listen to your pen's sound and hold it still for a second after the pen has stopped. Most pens have a retraction feature, and you need to give it a second to work. If you don't, there will be a hair-like strand of plastic trailing behind every time you stop the pen, which then gets in the way and is a pain to clean up later. There are always some stray strands, but they can be minimized by waiting a tiny bit after the sound of the pen stops. Now, there's a dirty secret about most 3D pen videos, including mine. See this simple curve? This is how long it actually takes. You have to go slow enough not to stretch the plastic strand too thin. Now stop, wait for retraction, and then wait, and wait some more until the plastic cools and solidifies, so you can ever so carefully remove the support. It takes approximately 15 seconds for the plastic to solidify. And in the meantime, you sit there and hold. And because that doesn't make for an exciting video, all 3D pen videos, including mine, discreetly edit that part out. Anytime you finish something, you need to wait until it's cold before you remove it, otherwise it might bend and distort. Anytime you make a connection, you need to wait before you turn the project to the other side or even move the spacers. And then you wait again before you can remove the spacers altogether. And when you are done, you wait again before you touch it. That's a lot of waiting. And while I was doing all this waiting, it occurred to me there are many useful things you could accomplish during those 15 seconds that the plastic is still soft. If you move fast, you can shape things before they cool and solidify. The trick to working fast is planning beforehand exactly what move you need to make. Have your tools ready and don't hesitate, just go for it. Here I will bridge the gap with a straight line, because that's all gravity will let me make. But now I can curve it upward while the strand is still soft. If I run out of time and the plastic stiffens before I'm done, I can retrace the line with my pen, which will resoften it. and give me some more time to get it right. Because time is so precious, it's good to fix only manageable sections at a time. So I'll fix this curve only halfway and worry about the rest later. There's a limit to how many times you can fix one spot though, because eventually there will be too much plastic to soften with just a simple pen tracing. And if that happens, you will have to snip it off and start over. Or use some auxiliary heat tool like a heat gun to soften it further. If you don't have any auxiliary tools yet, there is still a lot you can do using just your pen. Here I will first soften and attach the ear to the head. The trick is to work in small enough increments and then work on bending the tip. Another example of working fast is the clamshell seam. This method lets me join two parts on the flat surface while the seam is open and accessible to the pen, and then quickly close it shut before the plastic hardens. And then wait. This method often solves the problem of making inner seams in places that would be too hard to reach with the pen. You can also create precise acute angles. Here I need to create 70-degree angle to get my tetrahedron started, so it will eventually fit seamlessly together. This method will of course only work for projects up to a certain size. For larger sizes you would again need an auxiliary heat tool. You can shape components for small-scale sculpture, for example. And even do some instant smoothing in some selected parts if you move fast and in manageable chunks. But instant smoothing has its own video, which I'll include in the description. If you work fast enough, you can even accomplish 2 steps in those 15 seconds: smoothing and shaping. So move fast and take your time, whichever the occasion calls for. If you are just starting out, here's a video with a few other tips to get going. And after you watch it, go and make something.